Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chrispen, and I'm with the Commercial Farmers Union as well as Farmboek. And today we are at the ADMA show, and here we are with Matapiri, and here we've got Abraham to take us through some of the trials that he has been doing on different potato varieties. So let me put you through to Abraham, and as he takes us through the... Good day, Mr. Abraham. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm well. Please, just take us through what Matapiri does and what kind of varieties that you have been working on over the years, and if you have been successful, and how best do you think the seed industry, the potato industry is doing in Zimbabwe?
Thank you very much.
Okay, so these are different varieties that we'll be talking about.
All right. My name, as we have already said, is Abraham Makadzange. I am the Research and Extension Agronomist. By research, I will be working on new varieties to have them introduced to our clients. Then as for the extension, I will be advising farmers on the best possible way of raising potatoes. But what I wish to highlight is that in the potato world, potatoes are not just potatoes. They are grouped according to end uses. Here we do have 3 potato types depending on the end use. We do have Montiel, we do have Panamera Cifra, then we do have Panamera over there, as well as Fabula. These are known as fresh market potatoes. But within the fresh market potato or banana, they are also divided into 2. We got long growers and short growers. For Fabula and Cifra, those are short growers. Then for Panamera and Montiel, those are long growers. Then moving on the idea of end uses, we do have 2 more products. Here we do have what we call Chrispen varieties, which come in the form of Taurus here. This is a variety very good for the crisping industry because of its high dry matter content. We do have again Sagita and Challenger, as you can see over there. These 2 varieties are for French fries. It's because they do have what we call a good specific gravity of more than 1.075. Then as for Taurus, again, should have a specific gravity value or score of more than 1.075. This is meant to improve its quality when it comes to chipping. Even when it comes to peeling it, you won't lose much in terms of the majority of it turning into a peel. But you'll be having more of the flesh meant for the purposes of processing. So let me move on to Montiel first. Montiel and Panamera, these 2 varieties, they need a period of 90 days to 110 days from the period of emergence. This means that we can comfortably call them the main crop. Then we do have Cifra, still under the fresh market banner. We do have Cifra and Fabula. These are what we call short growers. They take a period of 80 to 100 days from the date of maturity, from the date of emergency. So as for Innovator, Challenger and Sagita, these are 4 French fries, but they still fall under the medium to long maturity groups, in the sense that they take 90 to 100 days to reach maturity. The same applies for Taurus again. Taurus is mainly for crisping, so it will take a period of 90 to 100 days from the days of planting. So that's what we have in terms of potato sector groups.
Okay, so can you just take us through the production and demand cycle over the past 5 years?
All right. Matapiri, as you know very well, was established in 2014, and we are now in 2019, which means we have had a period of 5 successful years supplying seed potato to our clients. So as for the production cycle, what we always urge our farmers is that they are supposed first to take soil samples if they so wish to grow potatoes. They can't just grow potatoes from an unknown point of view, especially in terms of nutrition status of their soil. So they are supposed to collect their soil samples from where they intend to grow their potatoes. Then after taking soil samples, they are advised accordingly by the fertilizer companies. For example, we usually urge our farmers to ask for what we call full soil analysis. By full soil analysis, it means that our farmers should know what's within their soil in terms of nutrient status. So we usually urge our farmers to visit Omnia, because Omnia has got very good equipment in terms of soil analysis. And the good part of Omnia is that they got specialists, potato specialists, what we call soil nutritionists. They can be advised accordingly depending on what would have been assessed from their soil. Then from there on, when it comes to land prep and planting, it means that you should have the correct type of equipment. By correct type of equipment, to begin with, we should have what we call tining equipment. By tining equipment, we are looking at those type of equipment, or the type of equipment that will loosen the soil to the depth of 60 centimeters. So we usually urge our farmers to first rip their soil to that depth. Then soon after, they do the disking. Then after disking, then they work to what we call a fine tooth. After working to a fine tooth, then they work on their furrow making. There is a special type of equipment meant for the purposes of making furrows within a given prepared land. Then from there on, they do their planting depending on the size. If it's small, it means they will have to space inrows. Their inrow spacing will be 20 to 25 centimeters. Then if there are charts, those smaller ones, it means it will be 15 to 20 centimeters. Then if they are mediums, we usually urge an inrow spacing of 30 centimeters. Then if they are large-sized potatoes, then we usually urge them to go for 35 to 40 centimeters. Then as for the interrow spacing, 90 centimeters to 1 meter is good enough, but with some experienced farmers, you will discover that they are even working on 75 centimeters, where they will do all what it takes in terms of ridging and everything within the first 4 weeks of establishment. Then the rest will be applied by the center pivot, as opposed to putting in a tractor carrying a boom and doing the sprays. Then at around 4 weeks after emergence, that's where we expect our first ridging. Our first ridging, that's when again we do our first fertilizer application, because for the top dressing, we usually believe in 2 splits. The first split is done at 4 weeks, then the second split is done at 6 weeks. As for the top dressing fertilizers, we usually urge our farmers either to go for if one is working with ZFC, there is what they call a potato top. Then if they are doing it the conventional way, they can go for sulfate of potash at around 400 kilograms per hectare. Then they can as well work again with what we call ammonium nitrate. These are, mind you, straight fertilizers. So as a result, they have to be applied within at one go, but separately. So as for the second application, that will be 2 weeks after application of the first application. But as how we split the exercise of top dressing, it means that at 4 weeks we do put half the amount. That's why we call it split application, which means for example, for ammonium nitrate and sulfate of potash, we will be applying 400 kilograms each. meaning that we'll be applying 200 kilograms for SOP and 200 kilograms for AN. As for our first application, then as for our second application, exactly 2 weeks after, we put another 200 kilograms of sulfate of potash and 200 kilograms of ammonium nitrate.
Thank you, Abraham. I know we don't want you to preempt the show, so the people will be coming in to see you. Thank you very much for being with us.
Welcome.
Thank you, Abraham.